Welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine, and I'm here to do a collective reading for the beautiful new moon in Cancer, which is taking place on Monday, July 17th at 11:32 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust for your time zone wherever you are in the world. Hi, y'all. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you so much for being here with me. We're going to get into the reading in a minute, but I do want to say that I'm open for personal readings for just a couple more weeks before I'm going on a brief hiatus, and then I will come back with some revamped and brand new offerings. So if you're interested in a personal reading as you know them to exist now, please go ahead and click the link in my description box below. I'd love to do that for you. I'd love to connect with you. Also, there will be an extended for this over on Patreon. So please join us over on Patreon. I'm starting to exercise my pen a little bit more. So if you're interested in reading some of my thoughts and insights, feel free to join us over there. I also do a host of other readings over in that space as well. And we have a pretty dope little community. What's up to my patrons? I love you guys. Yeah, if I resonate with you as a reader, please hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up if this reading is hitting for you, for all the people who make it to the end, you know what it is. I love you guys so much. Let's get into this Cancer new moon energy. There's so much going on, and I'm just going to touch on it a little bit. It feels really good to me, even in its tenderness. It's the emotionality of the moment, of the shifts, of the transitions that are happening right now. It all feels so promising to me. And this is really a moon. The Cancer moon asks us to be in flow. Cancer, a water sign that is ruled by the moon. This moon asks us to be in the flow. The moon feels really good here. Although there's a whole bunch of other things happening in the sky that are creating these sort of massive these massive restructurings, and also providing these like launch pads in some sort of way. This moon asks us to really have faith that all of the things that are happening right now are in the course of the flow of life, and if we just really feel through, we will find ourselves in a beautiful space on the other side. We're leaning deeply into our intuition here. This is an opportunity for us to really believe our dreams, right? Cancer energy is about the dreams. This is the most intuitive moon of the year, arguably. If ever there was a time to prioritize your own intuition, and to trust that gut. now is the time. You are being, like, if you are questioning whether or not synchronicities or whatever you're being shown is like, if you can trust it, if you can believe it, if you can take action based on it, please understand that yes, you can, especially when it comes to redefining home, and home in all of the senses, right? Home as in our physical space where we live, home in the spaces in the world where we feel safe with the people that we feel safe with, home in our bodies, right? When it comes to redefining what that means to us, trust your intuition, trust your gut as you're making decisions here. Also, I would be remiss if I did not talk about, on the same day as this new moon, the nodal axes of the moon are switching signs. The north node is moving from Taurus back into Aries, and the south node is moving from Scorpio back into Libra. Uh, and you know, we're really being, Aries energy says, like, I am. And so with the North Node moving there, it's really asking us to lean into our own definitions of ourselves. Who are you? Without the external influence of all the other shit that tries to define us for us, right? Who are you as an individual? And we're really reclaiming our identities from like these like worldly suggestions and manipulations, and it promises to be an exciting phase, where people really emerge as their authentic selves. It's like we spent all this time sort of crafting our idea of what the authentic self is, really coming to understand what it means to be in integrity, right? And now it's time to move in integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's really, integrity is such like uh, I understand how it's such a complicated thing for some people, because it requires, um, it intrinsically requires sacrifice, right? And so I think the past 18 months or so, we really have spent a lot of time individually and as a collective understanding what it means to be in integrity in our lives in holistic ways. And having our actions match our intentions now is sort of where we're going as we're moving forward. Other things that you might sort of be to have going on right now in the energy, there's like closeout of karmic chapters and karmic cycles, especially like if you found yourself in like a repeat loop of the same type of thing happening, or a recurring experience or something like, I don't know, something like that. You'll find that you finally are able to sort of put that to bed. It won't happen for you again, and it's like almost like a knowing, like, okay, I'm done with that. Like, I'm done with that. That's over for me. But then in the same breath, I want to say that you might find yourself like in encountering a new series of like almost like past life connections, or like curious synchronicities that require further exploration or something like that, right? You might find yourself sort of at this juxtaposition of having some things that had held a lot of space in your life closing out, but then also these new things that are like piquing curiosity, asking you to really explore them more deeply, coming into view. These new pools, sort of like I don't know. I'm feeling like this, like it's like a pull on the heartstring, but it's almost like a pull on the solar plexus, like drawing you forward into action in some sort of way. So we're also realizing the ways in this Cancer energy. Cancer is also about the mother, right? So we're realizing um, sort of the work that we have done as a collective and as the individual to heal the mother wound, right? And that is talking about like our relationship with the Great Mother Earth, our relationship with our own mothers, our relationships, the way that we mother ourselves, and healing that mother wound, and then uplifting and upholding the feminine, and sort of restoring very powerful matrilineal legacies. It kind of feels like um, it kind of feels like when the origin story gets revealed, or like becomes like sort of like some, like the origin story finally gets told, like how all of these other things start to make sense, and then the way forward almost becomes like, oh well, then it has to happen this way if it began this way, right? It's like I don't know, there's all there, there, it feels almost like, because yeah, right, the south node's moving out of Scorpio. It feels almost like a lot of these like subconscious distortions are now like sort of like like have been healed, or the healing is now being realized as we're moving forward in this moment. For some of you, it could feel like soul mission revisions. For others of you, it just feels like a further revelation of the path ahead. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into a reading. I've been talking for 10 minutes. If you're still rocking, wow, love you. I'll timestamp when the reading starts. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. Let's go ahead and start with a Gateway of Light activation card. And then we'll keep going. Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. I'm feeling like also in the midst of all of the things that I just talked about, which was a lot, you got to get out there and laugh, or like, you know, you gotta, like, I don't know, like have some fun. This shift is very powerful. I talk a little bit about like the solar flares that we've been experiencing, and how that is sort of like activating this shift, but like make sure that you're adding that levity, that lightness, to your experience, because that's something that you also want to bring forward, to the other side of the shift. The card that came out is Akashic Gate, aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path, right? If you find yourself in a space where you are like, wow, I think I'm actually going around on this karmic cycle one more time, like just trust the process. It means that you still have things to learn there, right? It means that you're just not quite done with that lesson. But for others of you, you are at like, for all of us, you're at a point where you can decide, like, I have something else that I need to learn in that space, or I'm ready to enter into a new door, into a new gateway. Explore a new expression, a new experience. And there are options. There are options at the crossroads. It's not just like, I got to go this way or I got to go this way. There are many different ways that it could go. And like the like, it just feels like you're so supported in this moment. Thank you. Your angels, your ancestors, like you're so supported in this moment that there is no wrong path. So again, trust that gut. Just go toward the pool. Go toward the pool, and this is not a time to question that pool. Okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. You have a deep knowing. You know sort of like where you're being pulled and how you're being pulled. It doesn't mean that you should not pause here for a moment and like sort of like really like review the options ahead of you. or and to the sides of you. They said there's like there are plenty of options, plenty of ways that you could step forward into this next moment. But you do have, there is like a deep internal knowing, and you find that in the stillness. You find that in the stillness. You will understand like with the true rumbling passion, again, the origin, that's like the origin, the passion beneath what had what you formerly knew to be the passion. Like, what's the origin? Where does that like, what's sort of driving your emotion, what sort of drives your growth, what inspires your growth, what inspires you to feel more deeply, and like, it's almost like in the stillness you're going to come into that, and it feels like it's going to be different than whatever had like held that spot before. There's something new rumbling. There's something very new rumbling, and it's like, don't like hold yourself to a former expectation or former standard. It's like you don't even know, like you only have like a small inkling, a shadow of an idea about what you could possibly create as you step through one of these gateways that's ahead or to the side of you at the crossroads. I don't know, it's to the side. I don't know why it's to the side. To the left, to the right. I don't know. I don't know what that means. But anyway, yeah, it's like, be open to the fact that like there's so much to learn through each of the gateways that are going to help you to expand, inspire you to grow, inspire you to feel more deeply. That you don't even have, like, you don't really have a clear idea of what's possible. And you won't really have a clear idea of what's possible because it's about the faith, right? It's about faith. I think I said that at the beginning, something about faith, but it feels like it's about faith here. Faith that you will be supported. There's freedom in that, because that means, again, no wrong path. Faith. When you truly have faith, you know that you can't misstep, because you will be supported, you will be course corrected, you will be redirected. You know that there's a hedge of protection around you, an angelic hedge of protection. You know that, right? When you have faith. And that's what you're being asked to have at this time. And be still enough to know that the answers are rumbling there deep within. Different kind of rumbling. Somebody might have the bubble guts, but this feels like a different rumble. Respond to the new rumble. You know what kind of earthquakes the old rumbles have brought you in the past. It's like, it feels like it's time to respond to the new rumble. Yeah, stillness right now. Four of Swords. Be still. Be still. And know. You have 777 here. Wow. And you have 444. Okay. It's gonna be time to move forward, to move forward very quickly, very soon here. You will also get information that will assist in that very soon. But it's almost like, appreciate this moment at the Akashic Stargate, because there's so much information on offer. There's so much information about that you're going to learn about yourself, and what you don't by what you don't choose, by the direction you don't choose to go, as much as the direction that you do choose to go at this point, right? What you do choose to build at this point. But it requires this momentary stillness. This momentary stillness to say, wow, like look at all this information. When you understand the origin story, when you have taken the time to Seven of Cups, or excuse me, yeah, is this the Seven of Cups? Yeah, it's Seven of Cups. When you have taken the time to like unmask the illusions, right? Or like even like discern which options are good options and which options have sort of been false options. It's like you get this, you have this like epiphany on how to move forward. You have this new understanding of what you must build, what has to be built, and almost like the means of how to do it become much clearer. They become much clearer. Let's see, what's this last one? And you have the Nine of Cups. Stay flexible here. Don't be stubborn. Don't be stubborn. You will get what you want. You will have the experience that you're seeking to create that really truly honors who you are, that honors that honors like sort of like that value system that you like have really like honed in on, right? You will be able to have all of those things, but you have to stay flexible in how it expresses itself to you in the 3D, right? You have to stay flexible in that, because you're going to like you're stepping into a new energy signature that's going to bring things to you in different ways. So be open to the surprise. Be excited for the surprise. There's like hang on before I start. For some of you, okay. For some of you, you're overcoming like you may have been involved in like a situation where you felt like no matter what you did, you couldn't win. Like it was an unwinnable situation. You're overcoming it. Part of the way that you're overcoming it is realizing that like there's always a choice. There is always a choice, and sometimes that choice, it's not like a fun choice, but there's always a choice. You're overcoming like whatever felt like an unwinnable situation. This could have been you versus you. You know what I'm saying? This could have been you versus you, or it could have been you just feeling like you had been manipulated, like you were being manipulated in some way, whether that be by like societal expectations or your family or your friends or your place of business. Like some of you are like you're overcoming some sort of situation that had you. I think it just had you questioning like who's like what's real and what's fake, and like what, like it almost like it just had you sort of like in your head. It had you in your head. In now it's like kind of like seeing that for what it is. Whoop, and what is this? The Hierophant. Wow. seeing that for what it is. For some of you, it could have been like a committed relationship, a living situation that you had going on, that you like you're now seeing it for what it is, and making your decisions from there. Perhaps walking away with this Eight of Cups at the bottom, walking away from something that you were committed to, that offered you some stability. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. The Hierophant is the marriage card, but there's also the card of contracts and commitments, right? Or it could be like walking away from some sort of religious doctrine, or some sort of like brand of spirituality or something that just wasn't resonating with you anymore, right? And walking in and stepping into something different. Whatever it is, it's a new energy signature for you. It's a new energy signature that has been gifted to you. And in order to serve you, information that has been gifted to you, unlocking of DNA codes. It's like this is a gift to you that will serve you as you walk through whichever of these gateways that you choose to walk through. And whatever it is that you're walking away from here. Let me see. Like, you just know there's a no, you know that it's like the High Priestess is the keeper of secrets, the one who knows but doesn't speak. You know what I mean? Highly intuitive. Highly intuitive. Random, but some of you have been committed to like some sort of look for a really long time, like you've dressed a certain way, or if I don't know, you've been doing things a certain way to accommodate other people. I don't know if it's a look, or I don't know if it's like actual like a physical appearance, or just like how you show up has been a response to other people's expectations, or like some sort of like, it's kind of like, oh, you do this? Well, this is what this type of person looks like. Or, oh, you a mom. Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's something like that. It's like there was like these boxes, definitions that you're like, no, and you're realizing you don't have to show up like that. You don't have to show up like that. There's something like that's unlocking here, where you are it's like giving you confidence. It's kind of like when it feels like when I did like my genealogy, and I like learned all of these things about like my familial history that I didn't know before. And it was like so life affirming to me, and it gave me so much confidence on how I show up in the world and how I express myself, just because it just felt, it felt like a strengthening of my root structure in a way. Something like that. I'm getting that. I'm getting you could get some kind of information that really like solidifies something for you. It solidifies like, yes, this is who I am, and this is how I want to move forward. The Sun. Yeah. The Sun. Yeah, something like you come out of this indecision here. You will. This is a momentary pause. This is a momentary pause before you move forward into like sort of like healthier, happier circumstance here. Into your leadership. Like it's like you're the one calling the shots in your life. You're the leader. They say get down with the captain or go down with the ship. Okay. You're the captain. You're about to be the captain of your own ship. It feels like the Lion's Gate. Thank you. Yeah, because you have all this Leo energy here. So the Lion's Gate portal, which is on 8/8. could be important. I think it's on 8. Yeah, I think it's 8. The Lion's Gate portal could be very important. That could be when it's time to sort of move forward and take action on something. That will be the time when you feel like you've sort of truly like closed out the cycle, like the cycles will be truly closed. So if you're waiting for something to wrap up here, or like, for it to finally just be like, all right, we're done, we're finally done with that, we don't have to like there's no more back and forth. They're giving it to me like there's no more negotiating like a situation, like it's like it'll finally be complete. 8 of Cups, and it came out the world. Wow, it'll finally be complete. The World card, the card of completion, ending cycles so that new cycles can begin. For some of you, you'll be able to travel, but yeah, the 8 of Cups, walking away. You're walking away from something that it's like there's this deep knowing that there's more for you out there. Your energy signature has changed. Your energy signature is changed. And your energy signature is pulling you into one of these other gateways, and it's time for you to step into it. It's time for you to step into one of the other gateways that's been opened for you. Like I still feel 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, 7 of Pentacles for some. Okay, the 3 of Swords. For some of you, you're very worried about what you'll lose by stepping, like what you lose by stepping through the gateway. You have the 5 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords in reverse. It's almost like, it's like you don't want to separate from something because it took you so long to build it up. Thank you. It took you so long to build it up. It took you so long to create it. And that's one of the things that keeps you in the that kind of keeps you in the karmic cycle, right? Because it's like, again, the evolution requires a level of sacrifice, right? Integrity requires a level of sacrifice. Moving in a way that honors your intuition, that honors your that honors your self-assertions, right? Moving in a way that honors your self-assertions requires potentially a level of sacrifice, of leaving things that perhaps you have been working to build up over time. But it almost feels like, to what end almost? You know what I mean? It's like hopefully a happy ending. You know what I mean? You can have happy endings. You know what I'm saying? Like it could, but there still needs to be an ending, and it almost feels like a difficulty for some of you because it's not like this. It's not bad. This isn't bad. This isn't. But like it's over. It's over. There are aspects of it that are not serving. Where there's a feeling of feeling stuck and trapped and afraid to move forward, afraid of the transition, afraid of the transformation of what that means for you and for your life, right? Feeling there's a lot of fear underlying here. Possibly because of past experiences, you know what I mean? Because of past losses, yeah, thank you. Past losses, past disappointment, but again, like a situation became unwinnable almost, and was just keeping you sort of like in your own head about it, stuck about it, and ultimately losing out anyway. You know what I mean? Allow it to end, allow for this transformation so that you can have this new creation. 333 when I look at the clock. Yeah, have this sort of new, healed, inspired life that's like going in the direction of your true north. I'm hearing you learned what you needed to learn there. You learned what you needed to learn there. Thank you. As you look to your left and to your right, it's almost like, thank you. Got it. I can see now they expanded the view to the left and the right so I can see what's there. Before it was just like there's something over there and there's something over there. What's over there is all of sort of the other facets of this experience that you're like almost like not wanting to release, not wanting to let go. All of the so there could be like people that you're having to walk away from. It could be experiences that you're having to walk away from that are no longer going to be a part, intertwined with your experience. It could be habits, it could be ideas, thought structures, whatever, right? Programs, whatever. Things that are like to the left and to the right that have been a part of this current experience that you're like, damn, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore, or like, damn, I wish like, you know, so and so we were still homies, whatever it is, right? But they have a series of gateways that are in front of them too that are asking them to step through as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not like it's like everything is on its own course of evolution, and with the North Node switching into Aries, it's asking you to mind your course, that's been shaped for you. Do you know what I mean? That you've helped define. Mind your course, because all of those and some of those gateways might be the same gateway that you're walking through. You might re-encounter some situation, but the test now is to have enough faith to mind your course. And open to the new. Everyone's got their own gateways in front of them. Everyone's got their own gateways in front of them right now. Okay. I've been talking for a long time, so let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Let's get a mystical shaman oracle to wrap it up this time. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I have one mystical shaman oracle. If you got this far, any emoji that looks like, I want to see all of you, any emoji that looks or feels like a portal to you, drop it. I'm trying to see something. Give me all the portal emojis. All right, let me have one of these to wrap this up. Whoa, did you see that? Did you see how that card just flew? I don't know if y'all saw that, but okay. And because the card it's kind of wild. Okay, it's number 14. It's the curse. It's the curse. And this is all about breaking generational curses, healing through. It's about healing through that mother wound, restoring those legacies, restoring that birthright by stepping through this new gateway with the information that you have about who you are and what you create. And these opportunities are sort of going to unfold in front of you. New opportunities are going to unfold in front of you. Okay, let's read it. Oh, that's not even the right page. Okay, it says, the curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns. It can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. It is time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with the mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is waiting to be is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honor the players and their stories, forgive everyone and everything, and craft a new life for yourself. Be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable attention so as not to create a debt or a karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. Listen, leave things better than you found them, but when it's time to leave them, right? Again, to the left and the right of you, everyone's going through a similar process. Everyone is experiencing a similar shift. Some will return through the same gateway that they just walked out of, and others, like you, right? And this collective are going to be selecting a new gateway, but there are no wrong paths. There are no wrong paths. You are exactly where you need to be right now in this moment. Be still, listen to that intuition, and then it'll be time to step forward. All right. Thank you so much. I hope this message resonated with you. I'm going to go over to Patreon. We're going to go sign by sign. And so I hope to see you over there. But if this is where we leave things, please know that I'm sending you so much love, so much peace, so many blessings, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.